Hello. Hello. Welcome, everyone. We are live now here on YouTube, and I'm just getting us squared away on Facebook Live. I hope everybody's doing well. What a time! What a time! You know, it's very interesting what we do in these wonderful moments of in between of navigating through the unknown, the uncertainty, and they are really beautiful opportunities for us to be with the element of the unknown and the element of uncomfortability, which is very useful in the spiritual path because it brings us right into confrontation with ourselves. And we, I believe, are live with Facebook as well. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me get some brightness. Oh, yes, we're nice and shiny now. So, yes, we should be crystal clear on the path to crystal clarity with technology because Mercury is now no longer retrograde, which, believe it or not, it actually went direct. It left retrograde on election day yesterday at 12:50 p.m. Eastern time. And so we are moving forward with clarity of mind, of communication, of every area at this time. However, one thing I will say from an astrological standpoint, as I'm sure many folks are curious, what in the world's going on? What does the prophecy say? Is that Mercury is in a deadlock square right now with the planet Saturn because Mercury is in this process of changing directions. Mercury is moving forward now, but it's like really come to, it's like if you imagine if you're taking a U-turn, unless you're in the Fast and the Furious movie, you're not going to like go 100 miles an hour and then suddenly turn around. You're going to slow way down and then you're going to make the U-turn, right? That's what happens with retrograde planets when they turn either direction. They slow way down and then start to pick up speed as they move forward. But right now, Mercury is like really slow in a very tight relationship with the planet Saturn, which is the planet of restriction and contraction. And so Mercury Saturn square can be like delays, especially with the Mercury retrograde energy being already there on election day. So let's see what happens. But definitely we're in this kind of inching along process. And as a spiritual practitioner, it is a really fabulous opportunity to be with this energy of, you know, uncertainty. And yeah, it's a really profound opportunity. So all that being said, my name is Nick Lasky. I am a professional astrologer and psychic based here in Richmond, Virginia, where the weather is glorious this week and it's very exciting. And let's see, this is our weekly grid meditation. Perhaps some people, you know, some news places and things are talking about election fatigue. I don't know if anyone here is having some kind of election fatigue or anxiety or something. But if you are, you've come to the right place to help bring yourself. And for those that may very well be deep into election fatigue or nervousness or stress or anxiety over this process here in this country, we're going to really balance out and send out some calmness and some clarity and light to either yourself or all these individuals. Yeah, where we're deeply in this process of something. It's like a baby being born, and the baby is crowning right now, and you know we're gonna see what pops out. Anyways, let's dive into the meditation. So go ahead and sit back with your back. I recommend sitting up unless you are fabulously able to lay down and keep yourself wide awake. But otherwise, go ahead and sit up, get yourself into a comfortable position, and allow yourself, if you need to stretch or adjust yourself in any way, to bring your body into a relaxed state. Go ahead and let's now take 3 big breaths in together. So taking a big deep breath in through the nose. Big open mouth exhale. Letting go of any tension. If you got that fatigue or anything like that, or just picking up on the stress of other folks, take a big breath in and a big release. One more time. Taking a big breath in, exhaling, allowing yourself to truly relax now. Relax the physical body as you close your eyes, you bring your awareness inward. And for a few moments of time, simply observe yourself. How are you in this moment? How are you arriving? What do you notice? How is your mind? And breathe profoundly 3 times as you hold the intention to bring your mind into great harmony and balance. And then in the next moment of time, check in with your physical body. How is your body? Are you tight? Are you holding on to tension? Are you relaxed? Are you full of energy? Maybe you're exhausted. Maybe your body is feeling fatigued. So in this moment, take 3 deep breaths, and whatever you observe to be the state or states of your physical body, with these 3 breaths, hold the intention to bring your body into greater alignment and relaxation. And in the next moment of time, check in with your heart center. How are you feeling? How is your heart in this moment? And allow yourself to simply observe for a moment. How is your heart? And with 3 profound breaths, bring the intention to aligning your heart with profound love, in a state of love, and in a state of gratitude. 3 profound breaths. And in the next moment of time, image now that you invite in profoundly beautiful, gorgeous, glowing, golden light. And you invite it in with each breath as you inspire inviting in that golden light as it fills the entirety of you, so that you start to become this golden light, so that you're emanating, you are one with this glow of golden light. As if you are a sun or a star, radiating out beauty and energy, this golden light. And in the next moment of time, once again, breathe profoundly. And I'll begin a count from 10 to 0. And when I reach 0, you'll be in a deeper surrender, connected with the embodiment, with the essence of this glowing light. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Profoundly relaxed and focusing your awareness upon this emanation of radiant golden light. And now let the light expand. Let light do what it does, shine outward into all directions. So you can image now that your entire room that you're in, or the structure, is filled with this light. And quickly the entirety of your home, or wherever you are, is filled with light. And in the next moment, with a profound breath, the light expands to fill the entirety of your surrounding neighborhood or environment. With another profound breath, you can image this golden light quickly spreads to fill the entirety of the city or the town that you are in. Everyone, all the creatures, all the beings within are illuminated with this light, and it continues to spread to fill the entirety of the state that you are in. And then on to fill the entirety of the country. And quickly it spreads to fill the entirety of the planet. All of the planet, all of humanity, all of Earth's beautiful creatures and life is wrapped in this golden glowing light. So for a few moments of time, breathe profoundly as you hold the image of the earth wrapped in this golden glowing light. Knowing that all within this light are being rejuvenated or being brought into a great harmony and back into the natural state. Light. Breathing profoundly. And in the next moment, become aware that there are other practitioners in this moment, tuned in to different places across the country, perhaps across the world. So bringing your awareness to these practitioners, these meditators that are tuned in at the same time, but also to the other spiritual practitioners that do practice and prayer on behalf of all of humanity and all of life on the earth. Visualize them as bright points of light all over, connecting now as a grid. When you feel yourself, you image that you're plugged in now to this grid of light, shining even brighter than the golden glowing light around the rest of the planet. As if this grid now is feeding the planet. And it's an infinite source of light. Once again, breathing profoundly for a few moments of time as you let the energy do the work. And I'll begin to offer particular blessings and intentions. And when you hear them, allow them to flow through you and then radiate outward to the rest of the earth. So in this moment of time, let us breathe most profoundly and send a special blessing of calmness outward, especially to the United States, but outward to all of humanity at this time. Breathing profoundly and emanating the spirit of calmness. In the next moment of time, let us invite in compassion for all other humans, for all other life on this planet. Breathing profoundly. Let us invite in the spirit of profound forgiveness, both for ourselves and for others. Inviting in the spirit of forgiveness and emanating it to the world. Breathing profoundly. And let us call upon the spirit of profound, radiant health. As you breathe profoundly, feel yourself of vibrant, robust health and radiate the intention of health, profound health, outward to the grid. Let us call upon the spirit of grace. Let there be grace at this time in the collective, in our own lives. Breathing profoundly to grace. And let us invite in the spirit of profound cooperation and collaboration. Even when it may seem difficult, that humanity at this time dig deep into the ability to co-create in harmony and to cooperate and collaborate with others. So be it. Breathing profoundly. And let us call upon the spirit now of unconditional love. Unconditional love and blessing for all of humanity and all of the creatures and life on this planet. And let us summon now wisdom as you breathe profoundly, inviting in the wisdom upon the wind through your nostrils, breathing in the wisdom and emanating outward to humanity. And let us take a profound breath as we call upon the spirit of relaxation. And now, if you have a particular intention or blessing that you'd like to send out to the world, to the country at this time, go ahead and do so while you are connected to this grid of light. So be it. And let us breathe profoundly now. And for a few moments, simply relax and let the energy do the work. So be it. And now, as you breathe profoundly once again, gently allow your awareness to come back slowly and easily back to your physical body. Coming back. And in a few moments of time, I'll begin with the count from 1 to 10. And when I reach 10, you may gently open your eyes and find yourself awake and alert. Back in the space. 1, 2, 3. Beginning now to stretch. 4, 5, 6. Adjusting yourself. Feeling yourself coming back. 7, 8, 9. Taking a final deep breath in. And 10. Welcome back, folks. I hope we've been journeying well. So I want to continue on with a reading from a transcript from a program with a channel teacher that I study with named Jerome. And we're picking up, we've been doing a little section each week, but it's from a program called the Spirilic Law of Kundalini. So we are discussing about Kundalini, which is the spiritual, non-physical life force energy that flows through all humans and all of life, actually. So sit back, sip a cup of tea, and enjoy as I just read just a little bit as we conclude. Okay. We sit with you in dialogue only as a means of meditation, and there are moments that we sit with you in dialogue with great silences. Those moments are most appropriate. Many minds, however, wander this way or that way, so we give you dialogue to give you a focus. So many do not understand the experience of meditating in presence, remaining alert in presence as a value in itself. So we dialogue for the purposes of your mind's education. If you were to receive these words of the dialogue without a meditative entrainment, then there would be very little effectiveness in the energy dynamics of evolution. If you were to receive this entrainment of presence without the dialogue, then there would be an equal effectiveness in the energy dynamics of evolution. Our part of the entrainment is to gaze attention upon you at the highest level that you can receive. Therefore, we take the body of a human in this oracle experience so that you can relate to the body of a human and sit in the emanation of the doorway that is the oracle, that is the body's electrical system that we borrow for a moment of time that we might temporarily sit with you. Notice the deliberate use of the word temporarily. It implies that we enter your game of the temporal. We enter your playing field of time and of space and the illusion of motion that it creates for. At the center of all motion is the still oneness. That is the first part of this entrainment. The second part is to encourage you to keep your attention. We do this with the method of dialogue, words and images, for they encourage you to bring the fixity of your watcher to this space. Until you become a fulfilled expert in the meditative process, the mind is likely to wander. And while you are still in the emanation of the presence, the responses to it and the effects of it are not as conscious, but remain as seeds in your consciousness waiting for the moment of your presence tomorrow. In 1 week, when you are sourcing with yourself and the seed of that entrainment makes itself known to you, it makes itself known to you in deliberate situations that you encounter in the play of your life. In this way, we are working together to observe the reality that you are creating and sit in discerned relationship to it. The moment that you are in discerned relationship to the glorious reality that you are creating, or the hellish reality that you are creating, you are even. I'll say that last sentence again. The moment you are in discerned relationship to the glorious reality that you're creating or the hellish reality that you are creating, you are even. If you are intelligent, then you will come to prefer the glorious reality that you are capable of creating. Reason we in this moment of time that each of you are at least this intelligent to choose the glorious manifestations. Yes. So, to conclude for the night, strong recommendation to continue to meditate and on a daily basis. I generally expect these next couple weeks to be quite an interesting ride. Okay, folks, it will be very interesting to see what unfolds. So fasten your seatbelts. And what's very important is that regardless of what unfolds, to have techniques and to dedicate time each day or when you can to bringing yourself back to center. And so if that's meditating for 5 minutes or 10 or 15 minutes, taking a walk in nature, talking to a tree, perhaps hugging a tree, perhaps hugging your beautiful little dog or cat or pig, whatever you may have in your home, or sitting with holding your crystal, whatever it may be, but taking moments right now, because whether or not you are feel very affected by things, the collective is very caught up in a whirlwind right now with what is going on, especially in this country. So it can be easy to get unconsciously sucked into that. So my recommendation is, as much as you can, do things to bring yourself back into center. Um, and yeah, and then spread that outward to others. And we'll create this beautiful ripple effect. It's just fantastic. It's called, I think they call it the butterfly effect. So thank you all so much for joining tonight. I also want to mention that in case anybody is curious and wants to learn astrology, I just started another astrology series, 6 weeks, Thursday nights. Tomorrow is the second class, but folks are more than welcome to jump in, and I'll send you the video recordings from the classes that you missed. You can go to aquarianbookshop.com to learn more about the series, but this series is about learning to read birth charts. So if you're curious about that, astrology charts, then check it out. And otherwise, be safe, be well, be calm, and I will see y'all next week.